gur míle maith Las Ceann Comhairle. I believe this bill will be most relevant and will have a significant impact on people's decisions when contemplating an action through the legal system in the future. SMEs, from haulage to creches, community and voluntary groups, GAA, soccer, sports clubs, hotels, clubs, pubs, restaurants, are dealing with the lack of reform every day. Their unsustainable insurance costs continue on an upward scale. They fear for the future of their organisations. And now the insurance crisis hampers their recovery from the pandemic. Parents of young adults just qualified to drive but unable to attain insurance contact me every day, finding it incomprehensible that time after time there is no adequate reform of the insurance sector that stops the gouging by all bar none. Premiums of thousands of euros being requested for their young adult children to start their independence. In my former capacity as President of the Irish Road Haulage Association, I led a delegation to meet the Irish Competition Authority here in Dublin to discuss cartel behaviour within the insurance sector. The Competition Authority meeting lasted over 2.5 hours, and the result was a blank "come back with the evidence." The evidence they required was unobtainable, even though every haulage operator was having the same experience, in that premiums being quoted had increased by as much as 300% on the previous year, regardless of claims history, in many cases, with the result that I contacted the EU competition arm, DG Competition, and led a delegation from the IRHA to Brussels to meet them. They were more than interested in the same details that the Irish Competition Authority weren't interested in. DG Competition held many more meetings, and what was described as a dawn raid took place in Ireland in July 2017. Though I never envisaged it would take as long to get an answer or a result from what we thought might help the insurance competition market, it didn't happen. But what did happen is that hundreds of haulage operators moved their haulage operations abroad to mainly Eastern Bloc countries, where the premiums were half the price of their fleet in Ireland. There has been little or no action to curb the continuing rise of premiums. That can still only be described as gouging. I believe that this piece of legislation, the Perjury and Related Offences Bill of 2018, and I thank former Senator Pádraig Ó Tuama for his drafting of the bill, but it is essential, and it will be the missing link in too many claims being made based on fiction and not fact. It should and will deter persons willing to lie on affidavit or under oath by being on a statutory criminal footing in line with our nearest neighbours in Northern Ireland. I implore the House to support the bill and nourish those suffering from the lack of sanction on those who lie in order to gain under false pretences. Thank you, Councillor.